Hello, children.
Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hi,
And
sir.
welcome back once again. So happy to have you back on the platform. Okay, today this is a very special episode for all of us. Even for me, it's new. For you, it is new. So let's have some fun. Okay. My question is, since we are having this children's parliament with Derrick Angelsz, a simple question to all of you: what is a parliament? Yes, Mark.
I think a parliament means somewhere or some place where people discuss things.
Okay. So, Bhakti, what do you think is a parliament? Do you agree with
Parliament,
what Mark is?
Parliament is the place where
Hmm.
everybody sits and puts their opinion and they
Hmm.
discuss upon their opinion.
Okay, great. So, Teerth, what do you think of a parliament?
Parliament is a place where people gather and discuss on a topic and get the decision.
Oh, wow. Okay. Crystal, what do you think is a parliament?
I think a parliament is where people or some people sit and we ask
Hmm.
questions to others.
Okay. Juhi, how about you?
Mm,
What?
I don't basically think because last time when I came, you told something about the environment and all. Last time when I was there on the show,
Hmm.
you told something about the environment, so I don't remember basically.
Hmm. Okay, you have any idea what's a parliament?
No,
Just
I
by the
don't have.
word, what can you imagine when you use the word parliament?
Mm, so something like people talk together and something like that, or
Okay. Hi, Daniel. Daniel, what do you think is a parliament, Baba?
Where people sit and gather and they discuss something.
Okay, great. So now you know what we have done. We all have gathered here, and I'm sure all of us are sitting also out here. Yes?
yeah.
Yeah. Now the question is, what do we discuss? What do we talk
Yeah.
about? Right? So now I'll start with what we are going to talk about. I'll come up with a topic and then I will keep quiet. I want all of you to discuss. You have to just raise your hands and say something. Then the other person may say something additional or say something around it. It is all up to you. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a topic to talk on and I'm going to keep quiet. So whenever you want to talk, just raise your hand. I'll take the name and you can start talking. So are we ready for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Okay, great. Now, Parliament, the Parliament is ready out here. Okay. Do you all want to make two teams?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Juhi
Yeah.
said yes. Come on. So how do we? Okay, now who will be the captain of the team? We have proper six of us out here. So we'll make three and three. Who wants to be the captain? I need two captains.
So you decide.
Okay, Mark is one. Who's the second one? Juhi. Okay, fine. So Juhi
Sir,
and
you
Mark, we have
decide.
two captains. So Juhi, you choose your first candidate in your team.
Okay. Bhakti.
Okay, Bhakti, you're in Juhi's team. Mark,
Teerth.
Teerth. Okay, Teerth, you are in Mark's team. Okay, Juhi, you have one choice
Crystal.
now.
Crystal.
Crystal. Okay, Crystal, you go in Juhi's team. Okay, and Daniel
Daniel.
come in Mark's team. Okay, so we have three boys and three girls. You guys have put yourself in such a manner that we have boys and girls team having a parliament. Great. So the first topic I'm giving you is, what do you think is the importance of education? Should we have education? Should we not have education? All this you will discuss amongst yourselves. So who will start first? Juhi's team or Mark's team?
We'll
Mm,
start, I think.
Okay, Mark is starting. Fine. Okay, Mark, you start.
Okay, so I basically think that education is a must because we need to develop ourselves. To develop, we need to study, and through studying, we can, learn new things and, create more things.
Come on, Juhi's team. What do you have to say about it?
yeah, so studying is like basically like gaining knowledge from the environment and the imagination and all. So
Mm-hmm.
studying is basically something like it should be like fun. We can do study in such like playing games like treasure hunt. So it can be like you have to write a question on a paper and then you have to hide it somewhere, and when that person finds it, you have to answer that question. And if you study in a fun way, you'll be fresh also. And studying like just sitting in a book and just reading, that will be boring also. But while playing games and studying, that will be more fun.
I think that for some people, just sitting and reading may not be fun, but I feel other people who are more artistic or who are quiet and who don't like to run around much, maybe that is a even better option, because maybe who don't like physical education or like who don't like to run around basically, like play. So I think this can be also, you can't say that this will be more fun or that will be more fun. It's neutral. Like you can't say that this is more fun or that is more fun.
Anybody can speak, huh? Bhakti, Crystal, Teerth, Daniel, all of you can speak. Come on, Bhakti, you have to say anything.
Yes, I want to say that education is important, but it's not so important. Like we say that degree is important, but degree is important so that we can get a good job. But I don't think that degree is important for that. We can get good job by our talent also.
Daniel wants to say something. Yes, Daniel.
Education is something where we learn about studies.
Okay. Yes, Teerth. Teerth, yes.
I may say that education is a part of our life, that
Okay.
it is needful for us.
It, it is needful. And Crystal, what do you have to say about education?
I feel like if I don't really like studying. I really like playing on the phone.
So did you hear
So
what Bhakti had said?
but
Hmm.
so I just think I have to do it, but I don't like to do it.
Okay. So, okay, my next question comes, why does one has to study? Why? What makes people study? Everybody says study, study, study. Yes. Yes, Teerth. Let's go with Teerth first.
Because
To
because
to get a good job, because we need a shelter, clothing, and food
Yes, Mark.
to earn a daily earning.
Uh,
Okay.
Studying, okay, it's also one way of getting a job and gaining some shelter, like our basic needs. But I think studying also helps us to develop ourselves. And just like Bhakti said about our degree, it's not necessary you always need a degree. You just need to know about all the things. Otherwise, you won't get something that will help you and your family. So, studying is actually important, though sometimes as kids we don't understand it. We think of it as a burden. But I feel as we get older, we then realize the importance of studying, and then we wish that we were children again.
Okay, I'll go this way. Now, yes, Daniel, you want to say something?
Studying is something where we can learn something.
Okay, studying is something where we can learn something. Yes, Daniel, you're so right. Now, you being children and this being a parliament, this means you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Now, since we are talking about education and studies, and you now have the powers to change the law the way you want it. So, what do you think is the new law or the new change that you will bring about taking this topic of education? What will you do and change the entire system? How the studies will be, how things will be, how will you plan it out? How will you make new things? Yes. Yes, Tirth.
I should say that we should not get burden at the name of education.
Okay, very good. Bhakti, you wanted to say something?
Yes. We can put that rule. So put that rule that sports is compulsory, so that
Okay,
physical activities will be also there and studies will also be there.
okay. Yes, Mark, you wanted to say something?
We can also include that studies need not always contain writing or like workbooks. We can always, like if you see nowadays, most schools have projectors, so that makes studying more fun and kids would like it better. So I would impose a law that studies should not always include only notes and keep on writing. It should include something fun also.
Okay, I have a very beautiful question for all of you. You all have gone to school for whatever time you have gone, correct? Now, do you know most of the things that happen in the school? I'll give you one simple example. Why do you have a 30-minute period? Why not 1 hour complete? Some schools have 30-minute period, some schools have 40 minutes period. Why? What for? Do you know about that? Did teacher ever tell you that? Yes, Mark.
I think it may be that I think that sometimes students also would not like to study a particular subject for an hour. Like supposing it's a language or it's math. Like some
Hmm.
students don't like maths.
Hmm.
So it would like a 1 hour period or even more. It could be a little bit boring. If you
Hmm.
have 30-minute periods, the like I feel the student is more engrossed in the first 30 minutes, and then towards the end they tune out. So that's why I feel 30 minutes periods are more economical.
And what do you think should be the number of hours of study per day? This for everybody. It's open for all. Or what number of hours you will put for studies? I mean, if you now since the parliament the rules will be changed, you will put in new rules, new kind of school. So what is that new kind of school will be? How many hours that new school will be? How many teachers will it have? Will it have teachers or not? And how many days a week it will be? So all these things, how will children, do you need exams or not? Exams are compulsory or not? Why exams? Is the certificate important? There are so many questions. Have you ever thought about these questions? Yes, Tirth.
I think we should have only important subjects like English,
Hmm.
maths, and
Okay.
science.
English, maths, and science. Okay.
But these three subjects we should have.
Okay. So Bhakti, what do you have to say about this?
Uh, Half time for sports and half time for study. So that will be better.
Yes, Juhi.
I think so. The main subject that you have to focus on is grammar and maths because they'll come on time anywhere. in your life.
Mm-hmm. So what will happen if a child does not go to school? Let's put a question. Yes, Crystal, Daniel,
You'll not learn anything.
you'll not learn anything.
No, it's not
Okay,
like that.
okay,
They'll not learn anything. They can buy books from somewhere and they can learn something, or and it can be like they'll not have fun that much. How much they have fun in school?
hmm, yes, Mark.
They'll not get a perfect job.
Sorry, Tirth,
Um,
yeah.
They'll not get a perfect job, and they can't. They will be not. They will be not able to fulfill their needs.
I
Okay,
think
Mark. Yeah.
it may be possible that they won't be learning like languages or math, but they might be learning all survival skills basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you see most of the people who have not gone to school, they are
Mm-hmm.
actually pretty good survivors. Like
Okay.
sometimes which you and me will not know, like
Mm-hmm.
how to check if water is proper. So these people they really know. So they might be lacking in education, but they will be good as survivors, like they will survive.
Okay, talking about this education, one important thought comes to my mind right now. In your new system of education, will you keep education free, or there should be a fees that should be charged to every student? Everyone pays fees out here. So if it is the new government, the new rule of the children, so what you as children will do? Education should be free or it should be paid? Yes, Daniels.
I think education. I think education should be free.
Education should. Yes, Bhakti.
Education
One
system
minute.
should be free.
Bhakti, we can't hear you.
As education should be free, but then how teachers will survive without payment?
Okay. Yes, Juhi.
So for some people who don't have money, for
Hmm.
them they should be free,
Hmm.
and for people who have a lots of money, there should be a small amount of pay.
Very good. Yes, Mark.
I think sometimes people also pretend that they are not well to do. So
Hmm.
we could make a price that is affordable for all.
Hmm. Yes, Crystal, what do you have to say? Should education be free? Please unmute, Crystal. Yeah, Crystal, we were talking whether education should be free or it should be we should pay the fee.
Should be free
Okay, and why it should be free? What makes you say that it should be free?
because everybody has to learn. So some of them can't afford to study, can go to schools or so can go to schools, so schools or other places where they can study. So 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 they so
Yeah,
so I think it should be free for
that's nice.
everyone.
Fine. Yes, Bhakti, you wanted to say something?
There should be no private schools.
There should be no.
Private schools.
Okay, there should be no private schools. Okay. So what will happen if education becomes completely free? Yes, sir. Yes, Mark.
Sir, can I say?
Mark.
Sir, can I say?
Yeah, Teerth, speak.
Sir, as Juhi said, it is right because in my previous math class where I
Hmm.
go to learn some math
Hmm.
to Kavita Miss, there one boy was there whose father was very poor. Means he was driving an auto
Hmm.
rickshaw and earning. So our miss took him
Hmm.
for
Okay,
free, no charge for
that's
him.
nice. Yes, Mark, you wanted to say something?
If education was completely free,
Hmm.
then the teachers would not be very good.
Hmm.
Like if you see, now teachers also require salary.
Hmm.
Otherwise, why would they take teaching as a profession?
Hmm.
I'm not saying that teachers will take it only for the money. I'm just saying that if we don't pay it and we just like we have to give them at least minimum salary. So
Okay.
I think education free it would be nice, but minimum fees which everyone can afford also that would be I feel a better option.
Do you think is there any other way to pay the teachers the fees instead of
We could
charging fee? I mean, paying them salaries. I'm sorry, instead of charging fees from the students. Yes, Joey.
So we can help the teachers in some reason
Hmm.
in which they want help instead of giving money to them.
Yes, Mark.
If it would be that someone in the hospital for they need charges and all, that way also we can help the teacher or some other way.
Yes, Mark.
we could have a fundraiser like every Saturday, and whatever we gain from that, like instead of paying the teacher's salary, we could give them fundraisers. Like everyone in town, like all the students will get something to sell for the fundraiser, and everyone in the town or the city would go to the fundraiser, and then how much money they get, they would distribute to the teachers.
Yes. Anyone wants to say anything before we switch over to the next topic? Any more comments on this? Okay. So let's move on to the next topic. What do you think about we have learned so much in school about all the subjects, math, science, history, geography, English, languages, so many other things we have learned. Do you think we should teach social responsibilities as a subject? Like, for example, do you think in school we should teach how to respect, how to be courteous, how to keep clean? Do you think this should become one of the main things that should be taught, or should we learn all this at home? Yes, Joey.
So basically, school is the next home. So how we keep our home clean and nice. That way we have to keep our school clean and nice. Don't drop food anywhere. Don't drop papers and anything you find bits of papers and all. You should just put it in the dustbin.
Yes, Bhakti.
Uh, Actually, sports teacher in sports there's discipline, cleanliness. So in sports we can learn everything.
Okay, yes, Mark.
I think that it can be taught, but a child would most probably listen to his parents more than he would listen to his teacher. So I think this can be taught in school, but it should not be the main thing. But if the students have not been behaving, then it should be the main thing. It depends on how are the students behaving.
What I see currently is what I've been seeing is so much of uncleanliness around, and I also see so much of disrespect. And that's how I came up with this, whether respect should be taught, whether cleanliness should be taught. So, this is something which we hardly get to actually experience. That's the reason I came up with this question. So, what do
Sir,
you
I
think?
left by mistakenly. I'm
What do
sorry.
you think uh, the reason is because of all this that has happened, all the uncleanliness and all that disrespect. We don't respect people. We don't care about people. We let people go hungry. Let people go without education. So, what do you think? Why it happened? Why do you think it happened? Why all this happened? Yes, Mark.
I think one of the reasons could be the greed of money. Like some of us might be doing like they want to do anything for money. So at the end of the day, money is just a paper which holds some value. So if you be a good human being, God Himself will see and He will grant you, and you would not have to break a sweat. You will have to work, but God will provide. So being a better human, I feel it's better.
Yes, Crystal.
I I think uh, like everything should like why does everything be included in money when you can when people sit on the road hungry and everybody throws and litters on the road. Everybody the earth should be treated nicely and everybody should be happy on earth and caring for each
Very,
other.
very true, Crystal. Yes, anyone wants to say anything about this? Okay, now I'll switch on to the next topic. And my next topic is environment. So, as a new governance, as a new set of government, you are the government. How will you set rules for the environment? When we say environment, I mean to say about the water, about the electricity, about the greenery, about the cleanliness, about the air, quality of the air. Yes, Juhi.
So, while using water, you have to use very wisely. First, while bathing, you have to take just half bucket of water. Then, if you need more, then you can take. And for trees, you have to just plant trees. If you do something, you waste something, and if you plant tree or you do something good to the environment, that would be more better. If you want your punishment, then it could be more better for gardening and planting trees or doing something else.
Yes, Mark.
I think we need wood, so I think we should all cut trees. But I'm not saying trees which grow like we can cut trees which grow quickly. Like I don't know, but I think that is a possibility. Like
Mhm.
sometimes if we cut trees and then immediately we go home and plant that same tree in the same spot, it wouldn't be an issue because we are cutting down one and we are planting one and it's growing faster. So that is also an option. And all our kitchen waste, instead of throwing it out, we could sort it out in dry or wet waste, or we could
Mhm.
give it for plants or like I'm not sure because in science sometimes we learn that kitchen waste also is a useful thing as manure. And
Okay,
also that reminds me, instead of fertilizers, we should switch to manure because it's actually better and then no chemicals are involved in our food.
that's nice. Yes, Crystal, you want to say anything about this? About the environment?
Yes, I think if if we shouldn't cut trees and everybody should be happy and not litter everywhere. Like we should be chopping trees and not killing other animals that live. Like they should be like they should be all like they should be all like caring as God made us
That's very
to
nice.
be.
Mhm.
God made us.
Yes, Daniel, you want to say anything? No? Yes, Bhakti.
We can walk on a short distance. Some people take bike when they want to go to the short distance, but instead of taking bike or car, we can go by walking. So that will be better.
So, do you
Or
think
you can use cycle
hmm,
if you don't want to walk.
that's
Or you
very
can use
nice?
cycle. So
So do you think we as children can change this planet once again? Is there a possibility?
Yes, there's a
yes,
possibility. If people understand our points and do what we say, like for the environment, it could be possible.
Okay. Yes, Mark, you wanted to
So
say something?
I'm sure this is possible because when the adults see like what we are doing, then they'll
Mm-hmm.
realize that we are thinking of the future while they were always, not all of them, but sometimes they were always concentrating on the present. So then they'll also will have a change of heart, and then they'll also, try
Mm-hmm.
to become green and eco-friendly.
Right. Yes, Teerth, you wanted to say something?
yeah, sir, it is possible, but we need some support. Means everything, everyone should get together.
And how will you do that, Teerth? How will you bring everyone together?
No idea.
Yes, Juhi.
I want to say something which
Yes.
is in the environment only. When
Mm-hmm.
we do Ganesh Chaturthi and all, when the Visarjan is there, when we put the murti inside, it
Mm-hmm.
will harm to the water and to the god if the murti breaks in the water only. So I
Mm-hmm.
think so we should keep eco-friendly Ganpatis which are
Mm-hmm.
made of like that some mud which dissolve in water just like quickly in 5-10 minutes, something like that we can do. Or we have to take very small ganpatis,
Okay.
like, and we can just do the visarjan somewhere in a small pond or at our home.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Crystal.
I think people should start making plastic
Right.
items
Very good. That's right.
because plastic hurts the seas and makes and kills the turtles.
Very true.
So some people use glass straws or glass things because they're not using plastic in some countries. So I think stop making plastic.
Very good. You should stop making plastic. I agree, Crystal. Yes, Mark.
I think that education and the environment is somewhat connected. Like now
Okay.
we've seen that many inventions have come to, take out plastic or reduce pollution. So all
Mm-hmm.
this happens because of God and because of education. So the more we educate people, the more ideas we will be getting. And with the help of God, we can, make these ideas a reality, and then
Mm-hmm.
our world will be an eco-friendly place to live. And one more thing I wanted to say is
Sure.
some countries like Australia or Canada, some
Mm-hmm.
notes of theirs are in plastic. So now
Mm-hmm.
we know that everyone values money. So if
Right.
we could somehow turn, in India, we could turn the plastic into currencies, then
Mm-hmm.
everyone will not be throwing plastic everywhere. Like they will be giving it to the government so that the government can take it and gain
Mm-hmm.
notes, like to make
Okay.
currencies. So then
Mm-hmm.
everyone will start, eliminate using plastic bags.
Okay. And yes, Juhi.
So we have learned in school renewable things and non-renewable things. So
Mm-hmm.
when we put a seed in the soil,
Mm-hmm.
with the help of water, it can grow. But when we
Okay.
put the plastic into the soil, it will just stay for years and years, and the soil will be not good in the quality.
Right. Yes, Bhakti.
instead of educating the people,
Mm-hmm.
it's better that we change ourselves and our families and relatives.
Right.
So because everybody's mind is not same as us,
Right.
so we can change ourselves and our families and our
Mm-hmm.
relatives also, and automatically everything will be okay if we will change ourselves and families.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's come to one important factor where we feel some people, most people feel it is important, and some people feel it is not so important. Okay, very few people are rather on this planet. So let's go like this. Do you would you change the concept of money, the idea of money? Currently, we have something called money with which you pay your bills, you buy your things, you pay your fees, you do so many things. You buy your groceries, you travel, pay, etc. What do you think will you do with a new governance? You will keep the money system or you'll change the system? Yes, Juhi.
You should trade things, like if you buy something from the person, you also have to give the person something, instead of wasting papers and all. You
Hmm.
can do that. You can just trade things.
Okay. Yes, Crystal?
I was just gonna say the same thing as Juhi said. I was gonna say, like in my game I play,
Hmm.
if you buy something and you don't want it anymore,
Right.
then you trade it.
Okay.
So that would be better than wasting that person's money, and that person who wants to buy the thing, they will not waste their money, and you will neither.
Right. Yes, Mark.
I think that this system it is also possible, but
Hmm.
sometimes I think it would not work. Like
Hmm.
if you want to buy a house and you're a baker, and
Hmm.
that person, so you are saying that you will give him bread. So
Hmm.
that person, I don't think he might want bread. So
Hmm.
I agree that wasting paper for money and wasting trees, we could also use plastic, or we could say that don't waste money for unnecessary things, and there should
Hmm.
be equal wages. So we can't change the money system entirely, only some fragments or some things of it which makes it not proper, which makes like people want more. So I feel only some things we need to change. It's not possible to change everything.
Okay. In your government, I'm switching my topic again. In your governance, in your parliament, what will you do to make sure that almost everybody gets to eat food? What will you do? Like, yes, Crystal.
I would, I would, I would, I would share if I don't eat my lunch, or if I don't eat my dinner or breakfast, then I would distribute if I had little left over. Since many don't get to eat, so I would distribute.
That's very sweet, Crystal. Yes, Mark.
We could set up stalls which give food for the needy, or we
Hmm.
could like now if you watch something on YouTube, most of the times there is ads about coding, like
Hmm.
the making of apps basically. So
Hmm.
I feel we could make an app which where you can by a click of a button, just like Ola or Uber, by a
Hmm.
click of a button you can see that a person's location, and you can see if they are hungry, and then you
Hmm.
can take your meal and you can go over there and you can give it to them. Or
Okay.
we could set up stalls for food,
Hmm.
like in some places where they don't get proper food or they get less food, we could set
Okay.
up soup stalls, or we could set up vegetable stalls.
Hmm.
So I think that is one of the ways where we could end hunger.
Okay. Yes, Juhi.
So I think of I and my friend decided about that. Some classes we can take off cooking and all. From the
Hmm.
money we earn, we can buy some food from the restaurants and some like proper caterers meal, something like, and give it to the people who want and who need. They don't eat from 3 4 days,
Right.
and I did something like the migrants who are walking over my road.
Hmm.
I and my mother made some food for them, and
Hmm.
we used to give them every day.
Okay. Yes, Daniel, you want to say anything? How will you stop people going hungry? Yes, Daniel, you want to say anything? Okay. Yes, Bhakti?
We should not waste our food, and we should uh, we should make our food in a limit. We should not waste that. As we see that somewhere foods are just thrown like that only. So we should not do that. As food is needed, how much food is needed, that only
Mm-hmm.
we should make and eat. So
Right.
that will be better.
Yes, Teerth, you want to say anything? Teerth,
Yeah,
you want to say anything?
yeah. I'll say just we should help the needful.
Okay. Now, my dear friends, I'll share with you one information so we can talk a little more about this hunger thing. Most of the people across the planet, not only in our country, but most of the countries, people go hungry. Main reason is people waste food. A lot of food is wasted. So all the food that is wasted, instead of wasting, if we could have saved that food, saved the food grain, saved all the vegetables, fruits, this could help the starving people to eat. What do you think about this? Yes? Yes, Crystal?
Like if instead we don't want to eat it, we give it to the person who is hungry, and if like we don't like that person likes it and he would eat anything if he was hungry.
Okay. All right. Thank you, friends, for such a wonderful inputs of all your thoughts about education, about money, about environment, and all that we discussed today in this parliament. And we will catch up once again. But before I go, I want to say something very special to all of you. All of you have come on Children's Boogie with Derrick Angelsz, and my very dear friend, my mentor, and my sir, Bhanji Mahida, father of Bhakti, who is here with us. He has offered all of us here, he wants to gift all of us with lemon saplings, lemon tree. So this is a tree which will be grown, which you can grow in your house in a pot, or you can grow it outside. And once it starts bearing fruits, that is, those are the lemons, it goes on giving it year after year. And we will be very soon sending it across to you by courier or by whatever means. We will figure it out how to go about this. And once you have it, we want you to plant it and keep a track of it, how it is growing. Take the photograph, write some notes, and share with us every month. And if you have any difficulty with the plant, write to us, we will help you out. So, uh, would you all like to have this lemon sapling? Okay, Crystal? Yes. Yes. Who yes? Anyone else? Juhi? Yes, very good.
Yeah, so we also have a lemon tree in our building.
Okay.
So from there only I take lemons, but it would be better to plant at home.
Yes, very good. So, Banji sir, I'm sure you must be listening to me. You must be hearing me. Uh, I want to thank you, Banji sir, on behalf of all the children who are here with me right now, and we will connect with you very soon. And children, thank you for coming on Children's Parliament today evening. Thank you for giving us your time. And Juhi, wish you all the best for your exams, and all the
Thank
best to
you.
all the children. If you're having your exams, have fun, enjoy yourself, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye bye, everybody. Bye.